Hello everybody, we are back with another video, and first off, let me just tell you, we have a microphone stand now, so
that's awesome.
We do believe in upgrading here on the Nikki Carry On channel. We have standards.
I will say we should have had standards a long time ago, but now we have implemented them.
We have standards and morals.
Now we have a moral compass.
It just started. Anyways, today I really wanted to try something new that I've never done before, which is read Am I the Asshole stories, which if you don't know is a subreddit on Reddit.
On Reddit.
God damn.
It's a subreddit on
Reddit. Where people tell their own real life stories and people in the comments get to decide if they're the asshole or not. And hilarity ensues, sometimes sad stuff ensues. Honestly, I'm obsessed with reading these stories, so even if this gets one view, I'll be pretty satisfied that I just did it because I read these all the time.
It's gonna be interesting for me reading these because I feel like when I go on Reddit, it's usually if I'm looking up a product or like a website and I want to know people's personal opinions on it.
Yeah.
So I don't usually read stories on it, but I think it'll be really interesting. I do use Quora a lot and I really
Quora.
like reading. Yeah, I get email notifications from Quora when there's an interesting message. I'm in Quora's algorithm.
I get weird notifications in my email from Quora too, and it's always like, my son has a foot fetish, what do I do? Like,
what do I do?
Anyways, before we get started, I did want to really quick plug Elijah's song, which is Yugoslavia by Diri. I'm like shoving it down everybody's throat. I don't give a like, I really don't care. Like, I know I'm probably getting annoying at this point. I just really want people to know this song because it's pretty good. It's kind of good.
You might like it.
What do you think is the percentage of chance that they will like it?
I think the percentage that you'll like it is pretty slim. Slim chance.
Slim to none.
It's next to nothing.
It did get rated 9 out of 10 on IMDb though.
It did win an Academy Award for silliest, goofiest little song on the internet.
It also got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I heard that's pretty good, but you be the judge.
But it's misleading because it actually got 100% Rotten Tomatoes. They're rotten.
Like when somebody's on stage performing and then they like throw tomatoes at that person.
Yeah, don't get it confused with Rotten Tomatoes, the website where you rate things and the tomatoes are good. It's Rotten Tomatoes is 100% chance of throwing one. If you see it and you hear it, you will throw a Rotten Tomato.
Anyways, let us move on to these Reddit stories, which I have compiled pretty much all couple stories because we are a couple. Shocking. I know a lot of people weren't expecting that.
A lot of people are probably very surprised. Also, please, I noticed that there's this amount of space. It kind of looks awkward between me and Nikki.
Yeah.
But actually, we both have the same gaming chair, except in different colors.
And I'm also sitting on my leg, so that's why I'm higher. It's not because he's 3'5".
Well, it's actually because I'm her inferior, and she's kind of like my girl boss.
It's like, have you seen that picture where it's like, this is the society that liberals want? It's like men getting like whipped by women in high heels.
Yeah, this is society liberals want right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, this gap right here is here because we're colliding with each other right now. Like if we move right now, it's gonna shake the whole desk.
It's all gonna fall apart.
It's all gonna fall apart.
It's all just gonna be a disaster.
Yeah, throughout this video, we'll probably sit pretty still.
Everything is hanging on by a thread, and it's also 1 in the morning.
That's true.
We just clocked in to the office.
Dude, we should play like a drinking game to this. If you can legally drink alcohol, take a big gulp of your
twisted tea.
Of your non-alcoholic sweet tea. But if you are allowed to drink, if you're, I don't know, over the age of 21 or something, take a drink of your twisted tea with us every time you think someone's an asshole.
Get twisted.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. I started off pretty light with this because Am I the Asshole can get pretty deep sometimes.
Okay.
It can get you mad. It can get you upset, actually.
Oh, wow.
So here's a super lightweight one. Am I the asshole for not wanting my husband to poop in our bathroom? Not a marriage ender, but definitely an annoying issue. My husband likes to poop in our bathroom, and he usually poops right in the morning and right before bed. He only wants to poop in our bathroom. He likes it better. It's roomier, has big windows, etc. The problem is the times when he goes poop are times when I also need to use the bathroom. Before bed, I need to brush my teeth and get dressed, etc. I need the bathroom. We have another bathroom and I want him to poop in there. He thinks I should just wait until he's done pooping. But then the bathroom stinks for like 10 minutes. I don't want to smell
His poop
Poop stink while I brush my teeth or sit on a warm toilet seat. Am I the asshole for wanting him to poop in our other bathroom?
Interesting. So wait, he likes it because
There's
has
a window.
A window.
I'm curious if it's a window that he's looking out of or it's behind him.
Well, I'm curious. Yeah, like is he using the window because it's so stinky when he poops that even he needs ventilation to breathe? Because if that's the reason, I kind of understand why she wouldn't want him to poop.
Yeah, and I also think he's a pretty unhealthy guy if he has to like really ventilate the bathroom that much every time he poops. Like,
okay, I don't think she's an asshole for like wanting him to use the other bathroom. I think that he could use the other bathroom, but I think there's other ways that you could like do this. Like you could get like a ventilator installed or something in the other bathroom, and you could use that. Yeah, respirator. You could wear a gas mask in the bathroom.
I kind of feel like she's a little bit of an asshole because I feel like if you're married, you should kind of just get over this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't see what's the big deal. Like, literally, I really don't care if I sit on the toilet seat and it's warm after you use it. I don't really care.
I was also thinking, like, why didn't she just, like, have him or herself just build, like, another cabinet in the room or shelves or something and just put them on in the other bathroom so then they both have their own?
Maybe he doesn't know how to build stuff like you.
That's true. My thing is, though, is, like, some people are privileged to have two bathrooms. Like, all my life, I've had one bathroom in pretty much every home I've ever had, and it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can have two, then it's like, why is one of you just being like, no, we're using the same one all the time?
You know what? You're right. If their home is big enough to have two bathrooms, then they're not that broke, I would assume.
Yeah.
Possibly. Yeah. And could probably just install shelves in the other bathroom.
Us being from California, where having a second bathroom means you have
like
$1 million
rich.
home.
Yeah.
I don't think she's an asshole. I think this is reasonable, in my opinion.
She's been declared not an asshole. I just feel like it's like really nitpicky. Some people have like warmed toilet seats.
Some people put my grandma does this. It's disgusting. When I used to go to my grandma's house, well, I still do, she took it off for some reason, but she puts this like carpet thing on the rim of the toilet.
No,
and it's like
I
really
hate
soft.
that.
But I'm like, that's where you poop. Like, and even when you poop, like particles of the poop like fly around.
Yeah.
So it's just getting trapped in the carpet.
Yeah.
The thing about a toilet seat is it's like a surface you can just clean really easily. Yeah.
Oh.
So.
Anyways, so I don't think she's necessarily an asshole, so I will not be partaking in a beverage right now. Okay, this one is a little psychotic. Am I the asshole for yelling at my husband because he scared me? A bit of background, I'm terrified of fire. I've had traumatic experiences when I was a child and cannot go near it. I am going to therapy, but it's a long healing process. This does mean that there are certain things that annoy my husband, like when we decide to buy a house, I asked if we could get an electric stove and replace the gas one. It annoyed him, but he accepted. Other things like I have to stand far away when he's having a barbecue also annoy him, which is completely understandably irritating, but I can't change it. One night, I just finished making dinner and went to give him a back hug, parentheses, arms wrapped around his shoulders kind of hug, and he instantly pulls out a lighter from his pocket and holds it close to me. I freak out and try to get away from the lighter. When he finally pulls it away, I yell at him and I'm crying, asking him why he thought that was a good idea. He told me that he heard of exposure therapy and he was sick of my antics. When he comes near me again, I yell at him to stay back and run out of the room, locking myself in the bedroom. It's only when I'm alone that I break down crying. In the morning, he won't talk to me, saying that he was only trying to help and yelling at him made him feel like shit. I wonder if I overreacted. So Reddit, am I the asshole?
Dude, that person's in an abusive relationship.
Literally,
That's
I
crazy.
think this guy is like actually like clinically insane.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what's kind of like, it's not funny because it's really serious, but what's funny is that he heard the words exposure therapy like once and he's like, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah,
like
totally.
What?
No, that was, at first I was kind of like this stove, I was like, I could understand if that was like a frustrating thing because like I like a gas stove and I would choose a gas stove over electric.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you were that afraid of fire, I would be like, okay, yeah, fine, we'll get rid of it. And also, what's up with the barbecue thing?
I know.
What's wrong if she stands far away from the barbecue?
Why do you want her like on your ass?
Yeah,
as you're barbecuing.
And if someone's barbecuing, I don't like stand right next to them or expect people to like be right next to me.
Why would they?
Yeah.
And if I was barbecuing and I'm wearing my Kiss to Cook apron, I don't want anyone near me, actually.
Yeah, unless they're giving you a kiss.
Of course.
But that's just sad. I don't know.
It's sad.
This is really sad, especially that like she locked herself in the bedroom. It sounds like they didn't sleep together that night, and she was crying when she's alone. So it sounds like he's not hearing her out.
It also sounds like he's like gaslighting her, because he's like, in the morning he wouldn't talk to me, and he was saying that he was only trying to help, and yelling at him made him feel like shit. Like, it kind of seems like he's trying to act like he didn't do anything.
I think it's one of those things where like someone does something wrong and then they try to be the victim in the situation somehow. And obviously like he's got her right under his thumb and he's manipulating her, because like look at her, she's posting AITA like, I wonder if I overreacted. Like, how is that an overreaction?
Exactly.
He knows you're afraid of fire. Him like not even talking to you about it afterwards, or like discussing the exposure therapy and just like pulling it on you and then being mad at you the next day. That's so toxic.
Yeah, like even having to ask this question, like I feel like it lets me know everything I need to know about this relationship, which is that it's just really toxic. The top comment on this one is, not the asshole. He shouldn't be testing out his exposure therapy ideas unless he's trained to do so and you consent.
It seems deeper rooted issue than just this little incident. He seems controlling, and it also seems like he's getting some kind of like joy out of like making her scared in a weird way.
Yeah, which is really, really weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like this. I would say he's definitely the asshole. She's not the asshole
at all. Am I the asshole for getting matching tattoos with my best friend after his girlfriend told me it made her uncomfortable? So basically, I, 19 female, have been best friends with Devin, 20 male, since we were teenagers, around 13 to 14 years old. We have been extremely close since then, and his friendship means more to me than any other relationship in my life. When we were around 16, he casually said, hey, maybe we should get matching tattoos to remind us that we're always there for each other. And I said it sounded cool, and it really wasn't mentioned again. Parentheses, we were minors, so it wasn't exactly plausible. But recently, we passed a tattoo place, and I joked, remember when we were younger and we wanted to get matching tattoos? Which led to a discussion leading up to us deciding that we wanted to do it for real. We took a few days to decide on the design. My friend is a graphic designer, so she made it for us. But it's basically a light bulb shaped like a heart with the words, I'll be your light, love you always, sort of woven through the image. The light bulb thing is an inside thing between us, and we always say love you / I love you, so it wasn't anything off-putting. But then, the day before the appointment was scheduled, Devin's girlfriend, Bianca, came up to me hysterically saying that we couldn't go through with the tattoos. I'm assuming Devin must have told her. She didn't really give any room to speak, but she talked a lot about how uncomfortable the idea made her. They've been in an extremely serious relationship for a while, and he was starting to consider a proposal. But I told her that I was still getting the tattoo, as Devin had been an important part of my life for years and meant a lot to me. And the tattoo was our idea together, not just mine. Obviously, we went through with it, and it felt really nice for a while, until Bianca called me and started freaking out. Apparently, I'm a horrible person and the tattoo was too romantic. Even though it was not, we're just extremely close friends. I'm sure she has friends she would say I love you to. It's not a big deal. But now she's saying she wants it to be removed, and I really don't know what to do. Because on one hand, I don't want to be responsible for ruining Devin's relationship / possible marriage. But on the other hand, I do not want to get rid of the tattoo.
Okay, my thing with this is like, it's okay to be close friends with someone of the opposite sex, but like I think the I love you is a little too far for a tattoo.
I think the heart is too.
And also, like, let me just say this, the damage is done. Like, they got the tattoos.
Yeah, they already did that.
Why is Bianca going to her and saying like,
see, that's my question too. Why is she the one to blame when it's actually her boyfriend who she should be more mad at, because he ignored the way that she felt, and their boyfriend and girlfriend.
Or she didn't even talk to him about it, because it seems like Devin's just out of the picture on this, when this should be falling on him, because he is the other person in the relationship, not this girl.
In a way, I do think this girl is an asshole though, because she did purposefully ignore the girl's feelings.
I agree.
Which are valid, I think, because the design of the tattoo, it's a heart and it says I love you. Like,
Totally.
I think anybody would be like kind of like
that would bother me too.
Yeah.
And I just feel like there's so many other ideas you could do for a tattoo. It's okay to say I love you to like your friends and stuff, but it is a little strange to like get it tattooed.
Yeah.
It almost seems like Devin and this girl should be in a relationship other like outside of Bianca. That's how it seems. At least.
That's how it appears.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
This shouldn't have even happened. The
No.
tattoo. But
No.
I think it's also wrong of Bianca to, after it already happening, be like, you need to remove this tattoo. Like, you need to break up with Devin.
Yeah.
Or talk to Devin. You know what I mean?
Since Devin completely ignored how you felt and went through with getting a permanent thing that will constantly remind you that you're irritated at him like forever.
Yeah, exactly.
The verdict on this one is everyone sucks, and I kind of agree with that.
I agree with that. Yeah. Everyone's the asshole.
Everyone's kind of an asshole in a way.
In conclusion, Bianca should break up with Devin.
Okay, but there is an edit. So here's the edit. This gives more detail to this whole situation. Guys, please stop attacking me in my DMs. By attacking, I mean things like, are you a scuba diver because your head is so far up your ass? No one asked. I'm really conflicted on this one because I didn't think that it mattered at all. But she will not stop crying about it. I mean this literally, and it makes me feel really bad. Edit number 3. Since people are still convinced that I'm in denial, I'm a lesbian. There's nothing romantic. Also, a commenter asked why we did not add bro/sis after the words. We might actually do that now. It just hadn't come up. Edit number 2. I saw a comment that said I'm in denial about my feelings. No words. That sort of mentality is the problem. We're basically siblings. Girls and guys can just be friends. It is possible.
Okay, with this new outlook, sure, that's fine. If you guys are just siblings, that's fine. But it's still like, would still make someone in a relationship feel uncomfortable if you get I love you. Even if it's like, even if that was with like a girl with a girl or a guy with a guy, like that would make someone feel uncomfortable. That's like, you know, I think there's better ways to show that you love each other without the explicit words.
It's explicit. It's NSFW.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, I would not get love or love you tattooed on myself.
Yeah.
I think that's really stupid.
I think that's
my
dumb.
opinion.
Sorry to anybody out there that says
sorry, but
that has an I love you tattoo. I'm sorry, but I just feel like there's more creative ways to say this.
Yeah, exactly. Symbolic ways that aren't so explicitly.
Yeah, just like I love you.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but the idea with the light bulb that's a heart, I kind of think it's ugly.
Yeah.
As a tattoo.
I'm really curious what this looks like.
I know. I wish there was a picture.
This,
this is basically like a live, laugh, love type of tattoo, like a wolf with like a big clock next to it.
Yeah.
Douchey.
Just kind of douchey, yeah.
Everyone's the asshole, so.
Yeah. Everyone's the asshole. What the fuck is that? Okay.
Go into my...
Alright, now I'm in the reader's chair.
Yeah, go in the chair.
Am I the asshole expecting my husband to cook for us while he's not working? My husband broke his ankle and had to have surgery. He has a cast for now and crutches to get around the house and has been home less than a week. Normally we either take turns cooking or cook together when we both get home, but since he'll be home for a number of weeks, I told him he should be covering dinner for us. He said he'd do what he could. The first day all he made is freaking grilled cheese and soup. Stuff like that doesn't really constitute a meal, or he orders takeout. Once in a while, okay, but it's been like that ever since he's been staying home. Yesterday I asked him to do something with more sustenance, like a baked dish with a side salad, protein and vegetable sides. My husband argued and said he didn't think he'd be able to do something like that because he's supposed to be staying off that foot as much as possible for the time being. And he brought up being in pain. I totally get the pain, but I reminded him that there were ways to make a good dinner even with a broken ankle. He has his crutches, could bring a stool or rolling chair into the kitchen, or get everything to the table and sit to do prep. Instead, he made chili in a slow cooker and had pre-made salads delivered from the store. I wound up making something for myself instead and told him how I was getting fed up with him disregarding my wishes and feelings. He told me I'm being bossy and need to cut him some slack, and he'd go stay with a friend. He's been there a whole day and was short with me when I've called to get him to talk about this. I don't think I'm asking too much from him to just cook dinner since he's home, but am I the asshole? Wow. Okay. That's perfect timing for me.
That's actually why I chose that one.
Yeah, this is perfect timing for me because my dad broke both his heels recently. He fell off the second floor and he broke both his heels. So he's in a wheelchair, and it's just kind of been life-changing for me to see like what it's like to have someone in your life who it's just very life-changing and eye-opening to have someone so close to you in your life who is bound to a wheelchair and can't do certain things. And yeah, there's a lot that he can't do, and it's kind of crazy. Like, you don't realize how much it limits you until it happens, and like just the little things that you deal with being in a wheelchair. Like when my dad goes out in public, like people look at him, they stare at him, they don't treat him very nice, and like they almost, like for example, the other day we went to get food and like have lunch, and they had to move like the chairs so my dad could fit in the tables, and it was like we were a huge inconvenience for them. But like it's crazy because it's like, how do they think he feels? Like he's inconvenienced every single day, and then you're treating him like shit just because you have to move a couple chairs like once in a while. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, we went on a tangent there, but
no, I literally chose this one because I felt like you would see how insane this is.
Yeah, so. This is really insane. Like, I'm surprised he's making freaking grilled cheese and soup, dude. Like, you're putting that guy on freaking
he's being way too nice to this lady who is literally such a piece of work. Like, she told him that he needed to be doing more, and the fact that he even tried to, what did he do? He made a baked dish and he ordered like a side salad. Like, he tried to like do what she wanted, even though it was like such a hard thing for him to do and like inconvenient for him.
Exactly.
So it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. My mom and dad make dinner together all the time normally, but since my dad's in a wheelchair, that's all my mom, and she doesn't complain about that or ask him to like do something that would be unfair, and that's totally unfair to expect him. I'm surprised he's making freaking grilled cheese and soup. Like, like you're putting this man on freaking overtime. This is crazy.
While he's injured. Like, that sucks. I used to work at Target, and this is the type of person who would stop me as I'm bagging something and be like, I don't like that, and take it all out and rearrange it.
People did that?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't like that. Anyways, she just seems like kind of that kind of douche. There is an edit that she made.
She said, okay, I get it. I'm the asshole here and the daughter of Satan. Some of you are very protective of your soup and sandwich combo. You have at it. I just can't stand it because ate too much of it growing up. What does that even mean?
Dude, get over it.
I will take today and tomorrow off and apologize to my husband and do some nice things for him. Yeah, you should. I'll talk to him about having one of our family members come and help me with meal prep. I sincerely thought sitting on a chair was a viable option since he'd be off his foot. Guess I was wrong. Edit 2. Yes, I said asking help for meal prep. I work 12-hour days on a loading dock. Most of my days are on my feet and helping lift stuff or walking around doing inventory and other such tasks. It's physical, it's exhausting, spending a chunk of one of my 2 days off to do meal prep and everything else in the house. Yes, I need help somewhere. It's wonderful that some of you or your partners are able to do it all, but that's you. And not everyone is the same, and some of y'all acting like I'm the only one that likes a clean house. We both do. He's worse about it than me, especially with cat and dog hair. Meaning I'm also cleaning things that are making him anxious at his request, so he won't be tempted to get up and do it. Look, I get it. He's on one foot. He probably, there's things that he can do around the house, but I think cooking is not really a fair task. Like, you need 2 hands to cook. He's not going to sit on a freaking chair on one of his things and, like, move to cook this and then move the chair to go grab
balance
this. Balance
on one leg to do everything.
Yeah, and he shouldn't be cleaning either. Like, he should be resting.
Yeah. How do you expect somebody to ever get better with, like, that kind of mentality when you're forcing them to do all of this?
Yeah,
I don't understand that. Anyways, they are the assholes.
Asshole.
Am I the asshole for telling my wife not to cry in my brother's funeral? So for context, my older brother recently passed away. Me and him were always close, and I'm having a hard time dealing with grief. My wife was also very close to him since they went to college together, and I even met her because he introduced us. When my brother was in the hospital, he always told me when I plan his funeral, it should be a happy party, and that every one of the guests has to be laughing and remembering him with a smile. So this is the part where I think I might be the asshole. I prepared his funeral, and all the people who were there were having a good time, even though it was visible everyone was sad and miss him, except my wife, who was crying non-stop. When I noticed this, I went to her and said that she should stop crying because she wasn't honoring my brother's memory. After hearing that, she screamed at me, saying that I was a bad brother, and I probably am happy that he died since I wasn't mourning his death. In that moment, I was furious and shouted that she should go home. She said fine and went away. When I came home, she wouldn't talk to me until I apologized to her. And even after I had done that, she told her family and some of our mutual friends, who are now blowing up my phone with calls and messages calling me the asshole. So Reddit, am I the asshole?
I think they're both the asshole. I think he could have said that in a different because it's like, that's not right to say that you're not honoring them. Like, people should be allowed to grieve however they want, no matter what the wishes were. So he could have said it more so like, hey, like, don't worry, you know what? He would have wanted us to be happy and having a good time. He even told me on his deathbed, it's okay if you're upset and if you want to cry, that's totally okay. But like, you know, he wanted us to be happy. So just know that. That's what I would have said. You know, I wouldn't have tried to force her to stop crying. I would have comforted her.
Because I don't think that helps at all. Like, everybody grieves differently, and like, it seems like she honestly just couldn't stop crying, which is like perfectly reasonable for a funeral about someone who you really cared about. But oh yeah, okay, a huge but. Actually, I forgot for a second what she even said to him, which is insane.
The audacity for her to say that he wasn't a good brother at his own brother's funeral.
Yeah, and that he's probably glad that he died.
That is
crazy.
Kind of next level fucked up, and I think it's one of those situations where like,
it sounds like, I don't think she actually meant what she said at all. I think that was just her like lashing out in her moment of like being upset, but that doesn't make it okay that she said that.
I think what he said was wrong, but for her to say that and then go and tell the whole family and then blow up the phone, that to me is a red flag.
That is a red flag.
That she didn't even think about what she said. She didn't even reflect on it, and she just made herself the entire
look like a victim
and put it all on him. That's wrong. Because what she said was wrong too, and he shouldn't have to come home and then only be the one in the wrong and apologize without her recognizing her actions. I would say they're both the assholes.
I think mostly she's the asshole, but he is also contributing to
contributing.
this situation.
He started it.
Yeah, he did actually start this whole situation.
What he said wasn't right, but I think she took it to that next level.
Emotional intelligence is everything. Clink.
This is
actually yours. Okay, let's try to end on a little more of a goofy, silly note. Because that was actually like...
that was pretty sad.
Yeah,
honestly.
it was like
horrible.
High emotions. Am I the asshole for giving my girlfriend's makeup to my best friend's girlfriend? My girlfriend Jade, 21 female, and I, 22 female, have been dating for 2 years. She's a fantastic partner, kind, caring, and loving. Genuinely haven't met somebody who didn't love her. My childhood best friend, Kevin, 22 male, recently started dating Katie, 24 female, a couple months ago. Jade is very into makeup, like really. Her makeup collection at this point is probably worth around 10K. Well, last weekend I hosted a get-together at our place so that we could get to know Katie better. I offered our spare room so that everybody could drink. After a couple of drinks in, Katie asked to use the bathroom. When she came out of the bathroom, she was holding one of my girlfriend's eyeshadow palettes that she accidentally left in there when she was rushing out to get ready and was raving about how long she had wanted it. Without thinking, I said she could take it, considering Jade has an expensive collection and probably wouldn't miss it. Jade didn't say anything, but I could tell by her look that she was fuming. When everyone left off to bed, Jade confronted me and told me off for offering up her palette. I told her it wasn't that big of a deal and I could buy her a new one. This made her more upset, and she said that it was a limited edition palette, so that couldn't happen, and demanded I ask for it back. I said no, because to ask for the item back is weird, and that I'd buy her a similar one. This happened Saturday night, and it's Thursday, and she still won't let it go. She's barely spoken to me since and is very sulky. Am I the asshole?
She made a mistake. She definitely fucked up. That's not right to offer someone else's thing to someone. And like, makeup is so important to Jade, and it's such a value to her that it's like, that's not his place to like do that, and he should probably know better.
When I was reading this, I was imagining like if it was something that both me and you really enjoyed. Like, you really love your guitar pedals. Like, what if some guy friend came over and I was like, oh, you could have that?
Yeah, he never uses that one.
Yeah, dude, you would be so upset.
That would make me really sad. Also, I think it's kind of this inherent thing of like, when you're in a relationship, you kind of have this idea that they have your back. And I think it's kind of a little bit disrespectful to like give something that is your partner's to someone else.
Yeah, okay, also,
that's a little strange.
Why the fuck does this girl want somebody else's eyeshadow palette that was in the bathroom? Like, if I
that's really weird.
Went to the bathroom and I saw an eyeshadow palette, why am I grabbing it and bringing it out to the living room like, oh, I've always wanted this? Like, you're weird.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Either way, okay, look, she made a mistake. I already see the edit says, people are saying that they should break up. I don't think they need to break up.
No, it's not that.
It's not that big of a deal, okay? You can get over this.
Yes.
You're gonna make it through this in your relationship after 2 years. Yes. You can get through this.
Reddit can be harsh, dude.
Yeah, that's
you can
way
literally
too harsh.
like accidentally like step on somebody's freaking this guy and they'll be like, break up.
Yeah.
Break up right now.
No, so that's not right. They don't need to break up. I get it's limited edition. If she can, buy a new palette, apologize, say that wasn't, her place to do that, and, let bygones be bygones if the partner is willing. I would understand, because I would feel awkward if I made a mistake and trying to ask for it back. I know you wouldn't do that and be like, get it back for me. But I'm just saying, like, if that happened to us, we would both be like, oh, we don't, we're the type of people where, like,
we avoid
it. If we order the wrong drink, we don't fix it. We drink the drink that we hate.
Yeah.
Like, we're not really gonna ask for something back.
Gave me the wrong food, gave me the wrong medication, gave me ibuprofen, I die.
Yeah.
I won't say anything.
With that being said, if it was that important to you, I would get it back. In the edit, she said, I will be asking for it back. Update, I don't want to provide unnecessary detail, but we got back, but I still bought her
a new one.
I do a little bit think too that the partner was a little extra upset because it sounded like she wasn't talking to her for like 3 days.
It is extra. I will say that too, especially since makeup isn't like just like your standard item. Makeup expires after 12 months or less sometimes. Yeah. So it's not like it's a forever item that you can hold on to.
Totally.
Like such as like a guitar pedal or like a vinyl or something.
Yeah, totally.
Nothing lasts forever.
There's a little sample of a new song I'm working on.
Nice, that's good.
I mean, I know that it's like black or white. It's like, am I the asshole? Am I not the asshole? I don't think you're an asshole. I think you made a mistake. I think it was a jerk move.
It was an asshole mistake, but she's not an asshole herself.
Yeah. It can be redeemed. Yeah.
That being said, it is the end of the video, and I do have a little bit of this left, so.
True.
Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you liked that. If so, we can do more. I love reading these. I could read these for hours. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think reading somebody else's problems in a way is like therapeutic, and like also getting to be the judge, jury, and justificationer is also nice.
Totally.
Because you get to be like, oh, what an asshole.
I agree. Also, before we end the video, just want to shout out, Nikki is starting live streaming, so if you want to watch her live stream, you can find her on Twitch. Your handle is
Nikki from Twitch.
Nikki from Twitch. So if you want to follow her on Twitch, she's just starting. She's a little nervous, but she does a really good job, and she doesn't give herself enough credit, and I think she does a wonderful job. So
anyways, stream Yugoslavia. Bye.